Okay, the mission today is that I want to build I want to build an ultralight nuke orbiter, something similar to this ship right here. So I want nukes on the sides, I want good shielding all around, maybe even some back shield, because hit scan weapons have been really OP this update. So maybe I even want to protect against those. And yeah, like the main thing I can add to the ship, the main improvement is that I can replace all of those thrusters with overclocked variants. Um, yeah, the overclocked huge thrusters, they kind of got nerfed into the ground and they don't seem very strong. But what does seem very strong is overclocked large thrusters and overclocked boost thrusters. So I will try my hand at those. So what I have to first figure out is how I will even power those thrusters, or what like the best setup is. Okay. Maybe for boost it's something like this. With capacitors like this. And I'm running the wires above. Yeah, that seems pretty good. This layout right here has kind of been the replacement for the medium reactor. It was April who showed this layout to me. And it is pretty good. So yeah, you can place crew like this. And they will use the reactor to supply the capacitors, and those capacitors hopefully have enough response time to fill up all of those engines. Do I even need this much crew? I feel like this amount of crew might be wasted here. Well, we are going to figure it out. Yeah, next thing I need to figure out is how wide this thing should be. Obviously, if I want to make 2 layers, whoops, this ship is gonna be very tall. So I think I don't want to use boost for the top layers. Rather, I want to use, what are they called? Large thrusters. Yeah. So down here, I will do this. And okay, how many blocks wide is that? That's 24 blocks wide. How wide are my thrusters on here? 21 wide. Yeah, so this is already gonna be wider than a usual dual nuke. But that's not really a problem. Uh, Alright. So I will give it a control room for now and just test how it performs. So, oh yeah, I have to make those into red shirts. Okay. Those are all going to get overclocked. Oh, and I need heat dissipation. Okay. Okay, this is nice. What if I turn on overclock? Oh, I also have to turn on overclock on the engine rooms. And then I start boosting. Can they supply the energy quickly enough? No. The boost thrusters run out of energy. I don't even think that's that big of an issue. Okay. So let's add some fires here, here. Oh, do this. This will reduce the amount of heat that the boost thrusters produce, because the heat doesn't have to go through the engine rooms, only for those center ones. Yeah, but this is kind of an issue. Oh my god. Yeah, I have them placed on the wrong tile. Now they are burning. Okay, what if I only tell those to supply here? Yeah, and I need a lot more dissipation for this, of course. Okay, and now... Well, that's a pretty short boost. But the recharge time is fairly quick. Yeah. And that amount of boost, like, should get me into enemy range and out of enemy range just in time, hopefully. How fast is this going? 168. That's really good. Okay. Yeah, but now I have to design the rest of the ship. I might just... Okay. I'm just going to copy this layout up here. And now I'm going to use large thrusters. Okay, and I could use one large reactor. I mean, I'm already overclocking stuff, so... I don't think the thrust to weight ratio matters as much as with previous ships. Like on this ship, it's extremely light. Like you can see, I don't even have walkways, just corridors, just to minimize the weight as much as possible. But all of the ships with these heat systems, they are not ultralight anyways. They are they are fairly heavy actually for a ship that doesn't have any armor. So that's why I'm thinking I might just even use a single reactor for this. Or I might use 2 medium reactors. Yeah. Because I think those large thrusters are pretty hard to maintain from the energy supply wise. So I'm going to try this for now. Okay. This. Okay, and I will probably want to use some overclocked shields. Just for fun. Something like this? I don't know. And one and a different shield like okay, no. uh okay, so some crew here, some crew here. Something like this could work, yeah. Okay, and now to place all of the radiators. That's gonna be interesting. Actually, where do I place radiators on a UL nuke? I don't think I really have a lot of space to place them. I can place a few here, I guess. But that's like nothing. I need like, yeah, if you look at the dissipation, I need like at least 5 times that. Probably more because of shields and stuff. Yeah, and if I place radiators here, they only get 20% usage, which is really bad. I might just make a tail out of radiators. Yeah, but if I make a tail out of radiators, I really have to protect it. So honestly, I might just make the ship a bit wider. How much does this thing cost? I'm already at 1 million. Okay, so I will add the nuke modules so I can see how much budget I have left approximately. So normally these kinds of ships have 7 nuke modules. So if I add that here, then I still have a few credits left. But radiators are so expensive, so I'm actually not sure if I would be able to afford all of this. I should be able to reduce the crew count back here though. Yeah. I also still have to add my side shields. I can add one here. Then one of the nuke goes. One of them goes here. The others go here. Oh. And this shield goes here. Yeah. This is under budget, but I still need a way to fit radiators. And I don't know, that's probably gonna be pretty tough. I also still need to connect the center here. Maybe I just do this. Oh, and I also need to overclock those front shields. Huh. Where am I going to place all of my crew? I think I will just lift them up one space further. Yeah. Because those shields, they can tank so much, I don't really need the shield uptime. I just need them... I can't think, whatever. And the idea is I place radiators in between here. Yeah, like for shields, the heat management is much more important than the energy supply. Okay, I think I need more crew. I could lift up the shields by even one more. Or I could move the medium reactor down by one. Yeah, that works. Yeah, maybe I connect here instead. It seems pretty scuffed, but it might work. Somehow, maybe. Is this enough crew? I have no idea. We are going to find out. Okay, how many operators do I need on top? I need this, and that's enough operators. Oh my god, I'm already like over budget by a lot. That's bad. Okay. Okay, I think can the small reactor supply all of this on its own, like without the capacitors? Probably. I will just try it out. Okay. Okay, the small reactor is getting placed here. I could move this entire thing up again. Alright. So the idea is this thing goes here, this goes here. This goes here, this goes here. And those are operating and supplying the control room. Those screw on the sides, they okay. Then let me reset crew. Yes, those need to be operators. Okay. Yeah, I generate more heat than I am dissipating. A lot more. So, oh yeah. And those also have to go here. Well, oh yeah, I'm heating up. What if I just do not use engine rooms and I just use all of those thrusters by themselves? Could that work? Maybe. I could also just reduce the nuke count, but I like high nuke counts. Hmm. What if I were to place a radiator over there? 33%, that's still horrible. Oh wait, I have an idea. I can stack a few radiators over here. Yeah. I also need heat batteries for my overclocked shields. I just want to. I kind of just want to place too many things and I don't have the budget for all of that, which is sad. Yeah. What if I use normal shields? The issue with normal shields is they are just so bad against all of this hit scan stuff that's going on right now. And this ship still is really vulnerable from the back due to all of the hit scan shenanigans. Hmm. Yeah, I will try removing one of my nukes. Wait, that actually increased my deficit? What? Yeah, it did. Radiators are so expensive. What the hell? Okay, okay. I think it doesn't like properly calculate how much the engine room increases heat stuff, so maybe this just works. No, it doesn't. It definitely does not. I definitely have enough space for all of the thermal batteries, though, but yeah. Okay, I really need to think of something else here. Hmm. Yeah, maybe I only use 3 boost modules in the back. That could work. Yeah. Being a bit less greedy with the boost. I feel like that's a good idea. Okay. Okay. And with this, I'm barely under the budget. And this gives me some space for a few radiators. 4 radiators. Incredible. Okay, but the heat production also went down by a lot, so that's nice. Ah, and that would also give me space for some overclocked shields. Not overclocked shields, just regular shields back here. Uh, yeah, but I don't have the budget for that anymore. I also still need fire extinguishers. Okay. Here you go. One fire extinguisher per module. Okay. The ship goes 136, which actually is pretty good, I think. How fast is this? Yeah, this is 135, and the rotation speed is a lot worse, I think. Oh, what? Why is this ship still self-emulating? Oh, because the thermal system is not connected, of course. Yeah. And with boost, it goes 151. And without boost, it still goes 120, which is acceptable. Yeah, and the small reactor definitely can't handle it. Oh, because maybe because I didn't overclock them. Maybe they would handle it a bit better if overclocked. Okay. Oh, and now the medium reactor isn't overclocked. Ah, damn it. Yeah, but I can easily move this thing one down. Or two, I guess. I'll just move this one down. Yeah, that works. Okay. Like this. Yeah, that works. Um, where do I place the damn control room? I guess here. Oh. I'll just leave it like this. No idea if that's good. Okay. I mean, I could get rid of the thermal batteries now, maybe. I have to cut a bit of budget now. Oh, I think I can cut a pair of radiators now. Let me cut this one. Yeah. I think I could even consider overclocking one of the large shields now. And I should place a door. Yeah. I think if I overclock all of them, I will get absolutely cooked because the 6 thermal batteries is not enough to support this many overclocked large shields. But with just one, it should be fine. We will see in game. And yeah, I'm pretty much on budget. I didn't get all of the overclocked shields and all of the thrust that I wanted for the ship, but I think it still did turn out pretty decently. So I'm fairly happy. And I guess I'm going to test how this ship will perform in game. Just a quick sustain test. Oh yeah, it doesn't really sustain. Oh yeah, because the medium reactor overclock isn't activated. But I would say that sustain is good enough. It could use a bit more crew on the bottom to supply all of this boost, but it's alright. And what do I call this thing? The hardest part of building the ship? I will name it Jump Nuke OC. Yes, perfect. Okay, this means I'm gonna test this in game. And we are off to our first game. I'm fighting April in an avoider. And similar as to the last video, this is pre-recorded and I'm talking about the games after the fact. So we see I already got my first nuke volley off, but those overclocked shields, like they can tank anything pretty much. Like they just tanked that nuke volley and April just needed to roll those nukes off a bit. Um, yeah, as you saw, I charged in with my boost, and my boost takes pretty long to reload, so I can probably skip until my boost has reloaded. Yeah, skip back a bit maybe. Okay. So yeah, I often have to wait like half a minute even, or maybe even more, and that's a nice nuke volley. Until I can fire my boost again. That second nuke volley was really bad though, that is never going to hit anything. And yeah, and now I have to wait for the boost again, so fast forward. And you can see April managed to cut some of my piping, so some of my engine rooms overheated. They got through my shields a bit. Okay, and they crashed into an asteroid. But my nuke fling wasn't that great. Was alright, I guess. I got a few things. Yeah, and now I can launch my nukes into their shields, but their shields are just gonna tank everything, and yeah, their blasters destroyed my ship anyways. And so I lost the match. And my UL nuker isn't that bad of a ship. It has been performing decently, I would say, but avoiders are just so broken right now, and um, especially those hit scan small blasters, they just absolutely demolish my ultralight nuke orbiter. Like the main advantage with such a fast ship is that I can dodge and spread damage, but you cannot spread damage against hit scan. Yeah, and now I'm fighting against an avoider that has a lot of small blasters, and they punch through all of my shields. And yeah, re-engaging there probably was the right move because their shields were down, and I really need to get 2 nuke volleys in to get through all of their shields because they are just so tanky. But if you already throw the nukes once to get the shields down, like getting into position to throw another volley of nukes is really hard. Yeah, and I'm running away right there so I'm able to recharge my boost, reload my nukes. But at this point, a lot of my thrust on my side is already gone, and that's already really bad for my winning chances. I did manage to remove some of April's heat dissipation, but this isn't really a matchup where April needs a ton of heat dissipation. It's more important to have the storages so they can absorb the blow of the nukes and the strain they get that way. Oh, but that was a nice nuke volley, but sadly, some of my nukes were not locked onto the enemy ship. They would have hit otherwise. So kind of sad that that volley didn't work out, but oh well. So yeah. Um, yeah, so it turns out not only the hit scan from the heavy blasters is an issue, also the heavy burst fire from the small blasters. It just punches through the shields, and yeah, that's about it. There isn't really a lot I can do about that. I can't get through the front shields. I can't defend against the blasters. There isn't really anything that I can do. I did phase through the front shields though in this case, because they got a bit greedy. They thought they already won, and I managed to phase through their shields. Um, but they still have a winning advantage because I don't have my thrusters and they still have functional weapons. And yeah, and that's the game. I spun a bit just for fun and then I died. Okay, for the next game, I'm fighting against Cool Gamer Tag with a Railfan. So I'm fighting something other than an avoider this time around, and this already means that I have pretty decent winning chances. Yeah, I hit him with the quick 1-2 punch and got some nukes through their front and then got some nukes into their back, destroying all of their thrust and all of their heat dissipation. They did get a railgun volley through my front, but they didn't even destroy a reactor. And even if they got a reactor, the damage that I dealt to Cool Gamer Tech's ship is so much greater. Their ship is basically dead already. So, did they forfeit? They actually did not forfeit. But yeah, as you can see, they don't have any thrust left, so they cannot defend against me throwing nuke volleys at them. And yeah, that's the game. Okay, next up, I'm fighting against Cool Gamer Tag again, but this time around they have their deck cannon wall, I guess. So yeah, my goal for this game is to spread the damage from the deck cannons. And I've already done a bad job at that, like they got through my front armor, kind of. But now I'm at their back and I can fire some nukes. And yeah, those nukes were really bad. I only chipped their side a little bit, so yeah, definitely not a great nuke line from me there. So I jump forwards. Yeah. Um yeah, my boost still has not reloaded, but I okay, I'm not engaging again. Yeah. I guess I can talk about the ship's performance in general a bit. I feel like the ship is pretty decent actually. There's a lot of like hit scan instant kill bullshit in this preview, and avoiders are really strong. So it's not on the same level as those ships, um, but it is pretty decent. And I think after those ships get nerfed, if this ship doesn't, in particular, doesn't get any real nerfs, then it will be really good. And you saw there that by spinning I can pretty effectively mitigate a lot of the deck cannon damage. I mean not just mitigate, like completely dodge it. Yeah. I did destroy a lot of their thermal missiles with that, but the nuke volley still was fairly bad. There was sadly quite a lot of input delay in this lobby. So with that, it's always hard to time the nukes so that they spread out and deal damage to all of the backside of the enemy. But yeah, or I think there was input lag. Maybe I'm just coping. Who knows? Okay. Yeah, my ship has stopped moving because all of the thrust on one side is dead. Yeah, and I think I lost the control room. Oh no, my crew just left the control room. Yeah, and I'm forfeiting. Because my ship is already so destroyed, a lot of the thrust is destroyed, and I just can't dodge those hits, basically hit scan deck cannons anymore. They are just gonna annihilate me. Alright, and now I'm fighting this Ion Cruiser, I guess. It's kind of a rammer. It has a bit of backwards thrust, but it's not really a cruiser. So this is a matchup that the dual nuke traditionally really excels at. So yeah, oh yeah, that nuke volley wasn't that great, but yeah. The first nuke volley was pretty good, chipped a lot of damage off of the corner. I will jump forward until my boost has recovered. Yeah, and now I should start engaging the opponent again. Yeah, stalling is a pretty big strategy with this ship, as you might have gathered. I think just for fun, I might make a version of this ship that doesn't have boost. I feel like the boost doesn't even add that much to the ship and just adds some. And it just makes the fights a lot less fun because I have to disengage so often and wait for my boost to recharge. I could just I could just replace all of those boosters with large thrusters, and I think it would be totally fine. And with the extra budget, I could maybe even fit a few more large thrusters, or I don't know what exactly I would want to fit. Yeah, and I think my opponent forfeited there, as they didn't want to fight the ship anymore. Yeah, in conclusion, the ship is pretty fun to play. It's also decently strong. It can dodge some stuff, it can fling some nukes, it can deal some devastating damage. Um, but it's also not top meta or broken or anything right now. And there also still are places where I can improve the ship, definitely. Like switch some shield placements around, change the thrust layout. There are a lot of different trade-offs that can be made with the ship. And I will definitely improve the ship in the future and see if I can make this thing any better.